Hello everybody, and welcome back to a brand new playthrough of Subnautica. This time I've modded the game, and specifically we'll be playing with the Terra Hub mod pack. I've also added a few quality of life mods, but we'll get into that later. The wonderful view of a fresh start. Looking at our surroundings, it seems we've gotten quite the nice starting spot. First off the bat, let's get our first limestone crop and collect a few delicious mushrooms. You can never get too many, since they'll be useful for crafting our batteries later. Next up, we make sure to hunt a few fishes.
New creature discovered. Alien life forms may have unexpected applications.
And we also find a new species of fish from the de-extinction mod. Then we continue to explore the local valleys and cave system and find ourselves some more limestone crops.
Copper is an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.
Then we proceed to almost drown, and on the way up we find this weird floating orb that we pick up. It's a filled orb, and it's another of the unique specimens added by the de-extinction mod. Kinda reminds me of a Pokeball. We throw our little Pokeball back into the ocean and have another look at our surroundings. This filled orb decided to close on me, and so does his body. I go back for a surprise attack on the first orb, but he's apparently smarter than I thought. And closes just before I can get to him. I go to push him, but he's already running for his life. Finally, I let him be, and collect a few more fishes before heading further. When I go to catch my breath, Subnautica hits me with this wonder of a scene. A dancing gasopod. I approach him to get his autograph, but a triangle fish distracts me, and I remember that I came to gather resources. These creepvine seeds are an essential crafting component, so I bring a few with me. And then I find Mr. Bubbles, the hoverfish. He's one of the cutest fish in the ocean, and he'll be my companion in the lonely aquatics of Subnautica. We proceed to grab this de-extinction emerald clown pincher before returning to the surface just in time.
Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse.
When I dive below again, the famous gasopod farts at me, so I swim away quickly in disgust. I watch as two stalkers finish a heated argument. Calm down, Gary! Now it's about time to head back, and I take a closer look at the beautiful fishes that I have gathered. I go to take a look at this long tube and collect a few limestone crops on it before getting abruptly assaulted by an angry boomfish that came falling from the heavens. After mentally recovering, I proceed into the big buried coral tube. Here I try my best to dodge the explosive fish and gather a bit of cave sulfur.
Oxygen.
I head back again to pick up the new fish in the cave.
New creature discovered.
I really appreciate the glowing blue line on this de-extinction ribbon ray. And it's also the first fish I've ever seen that fills 2 inventory slots. After heading into our escape pod and taking a breather, I look around the darkness to find my fabricator. Then I craft some lubricant, which is a required crafting material. Then we craft a few silicone robots, because we'll need them for tools like the survival knife. A few batteries, which we need for our tools. An air bladder, because it's quite a lifesaver.
New blueprint acquired.
And the repair tool, so we can get the life pod fixed. I then accidentally eat a few of my fish instead of depositing them into the storage. Whoopsie. Then I finally repair the life pod and the radio.
Life pod secondary systems online. Running full environment diagnostic and outputting results to databank.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
I then realized I can make disinfected water using bleach. I turn my bladderfish into filtered water and then drink it. Then we cook up some delicious pepper.
The fabricator cooks small organisms while disposing of the skeletal
And craft the power cell by accident.
fluids and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
After that accident, I craft myself a handy scanner to get more information about this water world.
The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
I do a quick self-scan, and it turns out that they can't detect the massive amount of drugs that I have consumed.
Continuing to monitor.
Then we craft our handy shank, so that we might fight back in the wilds.
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
Unfortunately, they removed any weapons from the fabricator, but that's okay, since this butter knife will do. I craft myself a standard oxygen tank and some swimming fins to go along with it.
New blueprint acquired. The fabricator draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
Finally, I head back out into the sea again. It's nighttime and I don't have any resources for a flashlight yet. I use my newly crafted scanner to scan the local alien flora and fauna. I scan these table coral and take a few samples of them with me. They can be used to craft computer chips but don't ask me how. I picked up a few too many than needed, so I dropped some.
Oxygen.
Then there's this funny looking fish called Gary. Why is it always Gary? Then we scan a filled orb.
Detecting increased local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet fall.
And apparently there's deadly radiation in the waters. Great.
Oxygen.
Not even close.
Oxygen.
Receiving pre-recorded distress call laying back.
This is Lifepod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Ah, finally we can see at night and in the caves. The flashlight is one of my favorite tools.
those accustomed to synthetic foods to be repulsed by eating an animal carcass. Remember that humans survived this way for millennia. You can too.
Yeah, not for me. I love the taste of alien meat. Ooh, a brain coral. I like these. They look weird, but they supply you with oxygen, so you can just hang around them forever. We head into the nearby caves and use our flashlight so that we can see. Here we pick up a few pieces of quartz, and then we run into a few sandstone outcrops. Sandstone outcrops are like limestone outcrops, but they are more rare and contain more precious minerals like lead, silver and gold.
Silver-based wiring kits are an essential component.
I then scan the creep vine and start hacking away at it. It can both be eaten and used to craft fiber mesh, which we will need for the rebreather and a few other items. Then we scan this Sea Voyager fragment, which is from one of the mods I have enabled. Then I scan this Emerald Clown Pincher, and even gathered the courage to seal this Stalker's metal and try to scan it.
Seconds. Seconds.
It sure is peaceful and quiet down here.
Seconds. Short-range scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.